So here's the key idea. You're not just buying a business, you're buying time. You're collapsing the timeline between starting and succeeding. And honestly, once you kind of see it that way, it's hard to unsee it. And so what we want is we want you to start thinking like an owner from the very beginning, not hustling for scraps, but stepping into something that's already established and making it better. All right, are you ready? Okay, so we're here today, and why we're here is because we're about to show you that it's just not another path. It's the smarter, faster, more leveraged way to build a business. It's how to kind of skip the line, I guess, right? Skip the guessing and go straight into ownership, even if you feel like you're starting at zero. So if you've ever thought this is taking too long, or I wish I could just start with a client list, or maybe I don't know if I can really do this. Have you ever thought of that? Well, stick with us. I can promise you, you're in the right place. By the end of this hour, we're going to have shared so much with you to actually show you what to do and how to do it and how we can help you.
I wonder if this sounds familiar to anybody on the Zoom tonight. One way is imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is real. You feel like you need more credentials. You need more time, more confidence. And all the while you're stuck in learning mode and you're not in earning mode. It becomes a cycle of trial and error, trying to figure out marketing, sales, onboarding, and everything from the ground up. It can feel like you're yelling into a void. You're doing it all the right things, but the growth is not happening fast enough. And here's the truth. Starting from scratch is noble. We teach it every single day here at the Academy. We teach every single day how students can build a profitable bookkeeping business from the ground up. But the truth is, it does take time. We want to show you how to skip all of that and to start with momentum today, because you don't have to do it the hard way. There's another option, and it's not just faster, it's smarter.
All right, so let's break this down side by side. Right here, if you can see the slide here, on the left, we've got what most people do is starting from scratch. No revenue, no systems, no clients, and it takes a little time to get that real traction. Now, if you look over to the right-hand side, that's acquiring a business. Immediate cash flow, proven processes, a book of business already in place, and instead of trying to get clients, you inherit them. Instead of building systems, you step right into them. So here's the key idea. You're not just buying a business, you're buying time. You're collapsing the timeline between starting and succeeding. And honestly, once you kind of see it that way, it's hard to unsee it. And so what we want is we want you to start thinking like an owner from the very beginning, not hustling for scraps, but stepping into something that's already established and making it better.
Now, this is where this is where people tend to struggle. They tend to say, wait, how can I build a business if I don't have tens of thousands of dollars just lying around? That's a great question. And the answer is one of the most exciting parts of this model. You don't need to be sitting on a pile of cash. You don't need to understand, where to get the money at. You just need to understand what's called creative deal structuring. That's what we're going to talk about. It's a win-win for you and the seller. It actually helps you get the business and it benefits the seller at the same time. So you can bring so much value to the table without writing a big check. Your work ethic, your systems, your ability to step in, to care for clients. That's the leverage that you already have. And the best part is you don't need to take out a loan. You don't need to put your house on the line or use some of your personal savings. What we're going to do is we're going to walk you through tonight. We're going to walk you through how to structure these deals that work with you, even if you're starting from zero. It's not about having money. It's about having the right strategy. And this is what we're going to show you tonight.
All right, so let's bust a few myths that might be floating around in your head right now. Because if you're thinking things like, I'm not a CPA, or I don't have the cash, you're not alone. You don't need fancy credentials to do this. You don't need $100,000 in the bank, and you absolutely do not need to quit your job tomorrow. Like what you need right now is the right roadmap and the willingness to take action.
Let's dive into different ways that you can creatively finance a business without needing a big chunk of cash. As I said earlier, we call this creative financing 101. You're going to understand these tools. You're going to start looking at deals that are a lot more doable. First is, we call it seller financing. This is where the owner lets you pay over time. It's just like a car loan, but for businesses, it gives them monthly income and it gives you the flexibility without needing a bank loan. Keep in mind, someone who's looking to retire isn't really looking for a huge tax bill on selling their business and collecting a whole bunch of money up front. What they're really looking for is a 401k. They're looking for a way to secure their financial freedom in their retirement. Another way is, it's called an earnout. This means that part of the purchase price is paid based on the business's future performance. You're not only overpaying, you're only paying if the business continues to deliver and continues to at the same trajectory it's on, or growth. This makes the seller feel confident and it keeps you protected. Now, here's another powerful way. It's called consulting for equity.
I'm just going to chime in here. This is my favorite, Bill. I love this one.
This is our favorite. This is really our favorite. It is. This is where you step in as a strategic partner. You're using your real world experience, whether it's from your current bookkeeping business or from your past career, and you help a business grow in exchange for equity. This enables you to build out a portfolio without the risk. Maybe you're great with systems. You're a natural leader. Maybe you're amazing with clients, or you know how to clean up chaos. Those are all called superpowers. They are incredibly valuable to the right business owner. Consulting for equity really lets you turn that expertise into ownership, even if you don't have a pile of cash sitting in the bank. Another one is called, keep in mind, Deanna and I are going to share with you, there are over 200 ways that you can acquire a business for little or no money out of pocket. But another one is called revenue-based leverage. You use the existing and projected revenue of the business to structure the deal. For example, getting paid from a credit card processor on the monthly recurring revenue from those clients. That way the business actually pays for itself as you grow. Once you understand how to mix and match these tools, you're never going to look at business ownership the same way.